And we're live.
Yay!
And I'm
Yay.
back.
Hi.
Yay!
Welcome.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
How was your trips?
My trip was great. For those who don't know, I was in Utah. We drove through like all the national parks there. Um, Had a blast. Saw some crazy cool sights. Climbed some like really high cliffs. And canyoneering one day, so we were like rappelling down cliffs, and at one point we rappelled like directly into the water. Um, which was cool, but it was an exhausting trip because we had to wake up at like 5:45 every day because the parks fill up really fast and then there's no parking, and we were doing like 6 to 8 hour hikes. So the idea of like getting into like further back parking lots and like adding an additional mile should be like an extra 2 miles because there and back, like you didn't want to do that. So yeah, waking up real early every day. It was a pretty consistent 39 degrees every single day while we were out hiking.
Jesus.
So we got like 6 hours of just being in the sun while we're like hiking up these huge rocks. And these are difficult hikes. These are like you are climbing up rocks and stuff and whatever. So the time we got to rappel into the water was like super great.
Cool.
I will say though, nobody in Utah wears masks. Nobody.
They're immune, of course.
I have heard that.
It was crazy. We heard some absolute wackos in when people were talking about the vaccine or talking about masks, and we just kept as much of a distance as we could. We kept our mask on as much as we could. Yeah, so it was Utah people, but anyways, great trip. At one point, went to a pawn shop. I picked up a UMD copy of the pilot of Lost.
I saw this. Yeah.
What?
Part 1 and 2.
It's the whole pilot. I just saw it there and I was like, I can't leave you here. Little $4 UMD. You're coming home. I'm gonna get you a better home.
No one will appreciate you like I will.
Nobody. That's accurate. To be fair though, I don't think I'm ever going to actually put it in a PSP and watch it.
No, of course you won't.
My PSP isn't even in this country, so I couldn't even if I wanted to right now. But I did grab that and I brought it home. It was like $4, and I was like, this is an extremely stupid thing that I need to have. I think the only like more stupid UMD that I've seen before is like a Coheed and Cambria live concert. Which I don't understand the person that bought that, but anyway.
Yeah.
What about you? What's been new with you guys?
Nothing.
Yeah, not really. Just working, getting tired, trying to get sleep. We started keeping Bagel in the house. He brought a mouse into the house, so we were like, all right,
I think I've read that book.
Now you're staying aside. Yeah, that book's not as good as people tell you.
Well, actually, it's one of the discontinued ones, so it's like super expensive now.
Yeah, no, we started trying to keep him in, and he of course got mad about it and kept us up at all hours of the day and night trying to get back out of the house. So we were trying to figure out the best way to keep him in and relaxed without him freaking out and making sure we can't get sleep. So it's been a thing lately.
Sounds like a cat, that's for sure. Paul, what's new with you? I understand you've watched Loki episode 1.
Yeah, I did, and you watched it as well.
I did, yeah. What do you think?
I like it because it feels... This is the first time like the MCU has really felt comic book-y with like just one of the dumbest, weirdest comic book things in here. And it's a great way to explain like multiverses and things that they're obviously going into as a like slow burn. So like it's a big idea to lay on people. This is a fun way to do it, I think.
I really liked it. I really loved just how silly every concept being announced was, and then Loki was like, I'm not putting up with any of this nonsense. Are you kidding me? And then just getting like punched in the face over and over again. I loved that dynamic. Um, Two just like perfect actors with Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson playing those roles. Like that was great. And I loved the scene when he realizes just like how powerful this place is.
Yeah, it's just like, wait, do you have infinity stones or whatever? And it's like, oh yeah, some of the guys use them as paperweights for their desks.
Yeah, and he finally realizes like,
yeah,
oh shit,
they're fucking useless here.
Yeah, that was great. It was really funny. I liked that. Tom Hiddleston is just so good. He's so good. The reveal of who the villain is at the end, that was fun.
That was good.
I am all in. What it's such a cool seeming show. I have a question for you though. Was it dark on the screen you were watching?
It was darker than I felt it should have been.
Yeah, I've heard that a few times. I thought that the same as well, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And it's weird because there were a few parts that were like, okay, this looks a little more normal. And then it's like, this looks like it should be way brighter. This part.
Kind of a weird, like, one episode in Game of Thrones that was overly dark. I remember everyone got upset about that. Near the end there.
Oh, yeah, the war.
That, like, Jetsons little animation they made, I loved that.
That's really good. Yeah.
I was like, this is great. I love this so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really I'm a big fan of what they're doing so far.
I actually watched a bunch of stuff on my trip because I had a bunch of, we were road tripping, so I had a bunch of time in the car. I had some time on the plane. I finally watched Castlevania Season 3, not 4 yet, but 3, which was pretty enjoyable. I liked that. All the storylines in that are pretty cool. Love Sex and Robots Season 2. I watched that.
Okay.
I agree. I liked Season 1 more, but there was definitely a few episodes in the second season that I quite enjoyed.
I think there was two for me.
The ice one I really liked with the whales.
The ice one was neat. Yeah, that was cool.
And I really liked the last one with the drowned giant.
Yeah, that was a top one for sure.
That was very enjoyable too. I can't remember them all. I watched it so long ago. I went to the movie theater for the first time since pre-pandemic.
Okay.
We went to a matinee of Cruella in a small town in Utah.
I found that movie pretty enjoyable, actually. I wasn't expecting a lot from it. So.
Yep. No, I actually quite a bit. Emma Stone and Emma Thompson, fantastic in those roles. Oh, they did so good.
I feel like the trailer betrays that movie a little bit. It makes it seem like it's going to be kind of a different thing because it's actually quite good. Right? The trailer was pretty bad for it.
Actually did not see the trailer, so I don't know.
They played it off like female Joker, like actually, and it's not that.
Yeah.
It's not that at all.
No, it's not that. No, not really. I do feel though, however, that they changed the Cruella character a bit because at the end of Cruella, I cannot see that character killing Dalmatians to make coats in the future.
She like gave them. It makes no sense.
Like she owns Dalmatians.
The end of that movie actually makes no sense when you know like what that character is supposed to be.
Yeah. So like I said, I think they kind of changed the Cruella character so that she wasn't like a murderous psychopath.
Just a psychopath.
But they've already started penning Cruella too, so maybe there's a dark twist coming that sets her on that journey. But as is, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I watched the Friends reunion.
I did too. That was it was weird because it was
fine,
like,
I guess.
First of all, it was just like, oh yeah, Friends existed. I lived through that, and I remember like not really watching the show, but I've somehow seen every single one of them because I existed, and like at some point they were all on at some point. So, but I wish there was like a little more to it. It was pretty barren in a lot of ways. I think like there weren't like a whole lot of like there were a few things that were like the writers were talking about some of the things about the show, but when they were making it or whatever, And I thought that was cool. Anytime they showed some of the behind the scenes stuff, I thought that was kind of neat. But there wasn't a whole lot of that.
Sure.
It was just them kind of hanging out and being like, hey, remember this scene? It's like, okay.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. And I kind of agree. Like I wasn't a huge Friends person, but my kind of family watched it, so
Yeah.
it was on a lot. So, going into the reunion, I was like, man, I haven't thought about Friends in, whatever it's been, close to
Totally.
2 decades or whatever. But every time they were like making a reference, I was like, oh yeah, I did see that episode.
Yeah.
Yep, I saw that one too.
Yep.
Nope, I remember that episode. But if you had asked me about them before, like without kind of showing me a clip, I would have been like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure.
Who's that guy? Anyways,
Yeah.
there's that. And the last thing was I saw Ray and the Last Dragon a couple nights ago.
Okay.
That's on
How's
Disney
that?
Plus now. I enjoyed it. It's
Okay.
good. Definitely not my favorite of the Disney animated studios movies. But it's good and it looks so nice. Character designs are real fun. I also liked the animated short in front of it. Us Again, that one's really great. So I recommend watching that.
Cool.
I watched a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's start the show because we got a lot of video game stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
This is the Top Down Perspective for June 10th. I'm Sean Booker.
Paul Fleck.
John Wheeler.
And John, what have you been playing?
So I finished up the Resident Evil 7 DLC.
Okay.
Paul, what were we talking about last week when we were doing the podcast?
So-
I just started End of Zoe.
You had just started End of Zoe, and you weren't sure if you were going to do Ethan Must Die, and I can't remember the other one you didn't do.
Jack's birthday party.
Yeah, Jack's birthday. Okay. Yeah.
I liked Jack's birthday party. That was kind of neat.
It's funny. Yeah.
It's stupid. It's basically just Mercenaries mode, but just even goofier.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, for sure.
Yeah. Ethan Must Die, I did not find fun at all.
Yep. I played through that once, and I was just like, I'm not doing... Like, it's supposed to be like a roguelike type thing. It's like, fuck that. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, no, that just did not feel fun.
Yep. I agree.
And End of Zoe,
Yeah,
playing it made me want to play Dead Rising. That's all it did.
it had that moment where you get the thing for your fist, and then you're like, sweet, and then the game ends.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, okay, now this is cool.
Yep.
But now I still just really want to play Dead Rising because this is literally a plot element in Dead Rising 4. And it doesn't help that the voice actor sounds a lot like Frank West's old voice actor at times. So,
Oh, I didn't pick up on that. Neat.
yeah. So I'm just like... And then when the actual ending was like, oh, fuck off. That was literally, I think, what I actually said out loud. I'm like, come on, fuck off.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, Resident Evil 7's done for me. If I ever go back, it's probably either for stream or it's just to play the nightmare mode.
Sure.
So was this all so you could play 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I played through all of 7. General consensus for me was it's probably my least favorite numbered Resident Evil game. But now I can play 8 and be caught up on everything, so I might do that at some point. But after beating 7,
When
I
9
went and
comes
started
out?
playing... Oh god, probably. I played Wonder Boy, Asha, and Monster World. Played through that whole thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay. How
was
long
fun.
is it?
Not that long.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
probably more than 5 hours. 6, 7.
Okay. Cool.
It was fun. It was a fun little remake of Monster World 4. It's a little stiff at sometimes, and the translation is actually really bad. Like, there's a lot of weird spelling issues in it, and then sometimes it just straight up like tells you the wrong information. But otherwise, it's like really charming, a little cartoony. Lags a little bit on Switch at times, especially in handheld mode, but more or less fine in tabletop mode. It was fun. It's like a fun little adventure game. It's a good port of the original Monster World games. And it actually, since I have the physical version, it comes with the original Monster World 4 as well. So I can play the Genesis version anytime I want now too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you say you said you're playing this on Switch and it
Yeah.
it doesn't run great in handheld mode, but it runs fine in tabletop mode.
I didn't
those...
mean, yeah, sorry, I meant docked mode, not
Okay.
like literally on a tabletop. Sorry.
I was like, aren't those the
I keep
same?
forgetting those are different things.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Other than that,
When you
played a
kick
bit
the
more.
kickstand out, it gets extra
Oh, yeah.
processing power.
That's exactly what it does. See, it's like an extra vent. It lets all the bad graphics out, so all the good ones can go in.
Oh God, I wish.
Yeah. Other than that, been playing Super Bomberman R Online. It's Bomberman. It's fun. It's all been
I played
playing.
a very little bit of that before I left on my trip.
Yep.
Menu music is great.
Yep.
And I am terrible at Bomberman.
Yo, even good Bomberman players are kind of struggling on this one because it's so chaotic and it's so much more aggressive, and like you can't play like a normal Bomberman game in a way. So, don't worry.
It's been a long time since I played a Bomberman game. I played maybe twice because matchmaking took forever. Oh, it took so long. So I never got past the first
64
room.
players, so yeah, that would do it.
So yeah,
but it does have crossplay at least, so it's not too bad.
That's probably why I'm waiting so long. Is my Series X is like ready to go, and then there's like some kid on his Switch on a bad Wi-Fi connection, just trying to log in.
I had that issue where it took like 6 minutes to load a match once because it was with viewers and someone's connection gave out.
Oh man.
But otherwise, it's been pretty quick. Like it's been like turn it on, go do something else on the computer, and then when it says ready up, just grab controller.
Okay.
Yep, that's all I've been playing.
Right on.
Sean, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing? Okay. Over the trip, it was primarily new Pokemon Snap. That game's a lot longer than I thought, so I'm still not done it.
Sure. Yeah. Having fun though?
But, yeah, still having fun.
Okay.
There's a part of me that's like, man, I want to like finish it so I can kind of like put a bow on it and move on. The other part of me is like, I don't want it to end. So it's this weird push and pull of like, oh, I'm not gonna play it for a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna play like 3 hours straight.
Sure. Yeah.
I finished the Wild at Heart when I got back. I really like that game. That is a very good Pikmin-like, and I think it looks so good. So again, can't recommend that enough.
Is that someone's smoke alarm going off? Not anymore.
Not mine.
Oh, it's something's going off.
It's definitely on.
Now it stopped.
Yeah, it's definitely on Sean's end.
There goes again. Nope. I don't know what's
we
going
can
on.
only hear it when he talks because of the noise gate.
There's enough other people in the apartment that can take care of that. If smoke enters my room, I will get up and take a look.
Like not even run. I will look.
We have games to talk about. It's been 2 weeks.
We got lots of games. Exactly. Wild Heart's really good. I played through a game, Paul, that you told me about called No Toilet Paper.
I've also been playing
this. This is a hidden my game by mom like.
Yep.
In terms of it's the exact same gameplay.
Yeah.
The concept is there is like a bald, sweaty, depressed man on the toilet. Sometimes not on the toilet. He's in the area.
Yeah.
For the most part. And he's going to the bathroom. Every time he's going to the bathroom though, and he runs out of toilet paper, and you're the bathroom attendant, I guess.
Like a janitor of some sort.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Coming to give him a roll of toilet paper. So you need to basically find him or get access to whatever chamber or space that he's shitting in.
Yep.
Which most of the time is like a bathroom stall with like a bomb on the front or something like that. But sometimes it's like, oh, he was behind the drywall and you had to like figure out how to get past the busy street that exists inside this bathroom. Yada yada.
Yeah.
It's pretty goofy. It's poorly translated, which just like Hidden My Game by Mom. It looks like it was drawn by the Hidden My Game by Mom dude. I think this was made by like 2 people when I watched the credits. Paul, did you finish it?
I did.
Did you do like whatever the bonus stage is?
Is this the one where you are the one in the...
No, so that's the ending of the game.
Yeah.
After that, it's like you need 6 golden poops to get something else. I didn't do that.
I haven't yet. I have been going for the golden poop in every stage though. And I've also been trying to get... So when you see a like game over screen, you can unlock that in the gallery to buy with like the in-game money. So I've been trying to like find all of those as well, and it's added a little bit of time onto it. It's pretty short.
You'll have to tell me. It is. Yeah, you'll have to tell me what the bonus stage is because I deleted that off my phone once I was done.
Sure.
I had no interest in going back. But yeah, it's like a good, I don't know, 45 minutes max.
Yeah, it's
get
very
through
short.
the 15 stages. It's free on phones. I'm assuming it's on Android if you're playing it.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's called No Toilet Paper. I have a real quick gripe about Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. I haven't played it yet. I did download it.
Oh.
I just wanted to say the PS5's mess of like which version you have, where's this thing, is infuriating. Holy smokes, I hate that so much. Especially when like I'm primarily on Xbox, where it's like you're just gonna get the top version. You're gonna get the best one. Don't even worry about it. It's gonna be good to go. I have a digital copy of Final Fantasy IV. You know, I moved my save over. I had to like go into the PlayStation Network, and not just like I couldn't search for Final Fantasy VII. I had to find an advertisement for Final Fantasy VII that would then link me to one, the PS5 version of it, so I could download that because I get a free copy of the PS5 version, and two, Intergrade. If I went into like the store page through the games page on the main menu, it's like unavailable. I'd be like clicking Intergrade, like, hey, I would like to purchase Intergrade, and they're like, you cannot purchase Intergrade because you have a product that like goes against it or something like that, and that product is Final Fantasy VII. It's like, what are you even talking about? The PS5 kept telling me I couldn't buy Intergrade because I owned Final Fantasy VII, which makes you think like, is it because it's like included and they don't want me to like buy it twice? It's not. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is a separate thing. So why are those talking to each other at all? It's an absolute night. It is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous.
Sounds terrible.
But anyways, I was able to find an advertisement that linked me to Intergrade and the PS5 version so I could download those individually. I'm looking forward to playing that when I have some time, because also tomorrow Ratchet & Clank comes out. There is so much to play right now. Holy smokes. And Ratchet & Clank sounds so good. Like everyone is like raving about it on Twitter. I'm so excited. I guess neither of you are probably going to play Intergrade, are you? Because Paul, you don't have access, right? It's PS5 exclusive.
Right.
John, you don't like the game.
I don't want to spend more money on that game.
Okay.
How much is the Intergrade update?
In Canadian, which my PS5 is, because Sony is more in the past than Nintendo.
Yeah.
Just saying something. It is 27 Canadian for Intergrade.
Oh. No. I don't care that much. I'll see how long the edition is, and that's about it.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I like that game. So
yeah.
Last game I'm playing this week is the Xbox Series S and X version of Human Fall Flat finally came out. Since the series consoles have come out, Human Fall Flat did not let you play multiplayer. For some reason. They finally fixed that.
Cool.
I also don't think they did anything else to it. They just... There's a weird thing on the Series X where it's... Because they'll like organize their games by, you know, which platform is it Xbox One X enhanced. Like there's all these different things. Sometimes a developer will just like say it's a Series X game, even though it's the Xbox One version. And now it has a logo on the tile. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, I don't think they actually did anything to Human Fall Flat besides fixing the online. So I played through the 3 stages I had missed, which are Forest, City, and there's another one. I don't remember it is. Human Fall Flat's still good. And on Game Pass, if you're waiting for that version to be fixed, it's fixed. So you can play it now.
Cool.
That's all I've been playing. Paul?
Besides No Toilet Paper and the game we're going to be talking about for TDP Plus, I got closer to the end of Nier, working on that 100%. I am 1 session away from it, so that will be coming soon. That game has overstayed its welcome, and it's my own fault. If play that game the way, like, if you're really into it, do some side quests, have some fun. Don't go for 100%. Those side quests are fucking terrible, and it's not worth your time. Just have enough fun. Just have enough fun with it that you want, and then call it a day. Don't do what
Did you do the flower thing?
I did the flower thing. It was fucking terrible.
Here is a nightmare.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. It's really bad. Also, every side quest is just kind of inherently uninteresting. So it's there, like, if you just want to have a little bit of side stuff to do while you do your main quest. Otherwise, just do the main quest, because that story and those characters are why you're there. It's not for the rousing fucking couriering where you can't, like, roll and you have to deliver something from one end of the continent to another. Like, fuck that. It's a game side quests. But otherwise, it's still pretty great. The story stuff is really good.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I've been doing.
All right. Let's do some news. There's a whole bunch. Today is the unofficial start of E3. I say that because we had the Summer Games Fest live stream today, which is technically not associated with E3. It is not an E3 branded entity.
It is
Jeff
E3's
Keighley's
nemesis,
thing.
in fact. It is its natural predator.
Honestly, I was thinking about it, and it's like Jeff Keighley got out of like being like the E3 guy, kind of just as E3 started becoming more irrelevant. I bet he was like thinking ahead, being like, I can do this better. I already have the Game Awards. I'm going to be the video game man, one way or the other.
I already have the Game Awards. I won't leak everybody's information twice in a row. Like, it'll be great.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess E3 officially starts on Saturday. But we got some crazy cool announcements today. Did either of you guys watch the live stream?
I did right before we went live in a sped up version.
Okay, sure. Weezer was there.
I skipped every
Why?
I skipped every musical
They're like
thing.
tie-in with some game coming to Switch like tomorrow or later this month. I can't remember. Yeah, Weezer was there.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's kind of run through these announcements. Is this thing in order? It looks like it's in order. Some of these things, John, you're gonna get excited about. Like this first one from Gearbox.
Yep.
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which is a new Borderlands thing, but it's called Wonderlands because it's more like mythological or
I thought this
don't know.
was a spin-off of the Tiny Tina's DLC where they play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes,
whatever
it's,
the in-universe
they
game is
said
that.
it's inspired by that DLC from Borderlands 2.
Yep. The exciting thing about this is that this leads credence to that rumor mill those leaks we were talking about last week. It seems like those might actually be true because this was leaked as part of that.
What else was in that leak?
The one that got me excited was a perhaps XCOM-like game with Marvel characters.
Oh, right. Yes.
Right,
No, that would
okay,
be
yeah.
fun.
That's the one that I was just like, oh, that sounds like it could be interesting. This was not one of the things I thought would be interesting, and I don't care about this at all.
So I like Borderlands gameplay. If it has online co-op, I'm gonna play it.
Sure.
I despise Tiny Tina.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
However, I happen to know that the Borderlands community adores Tiny Tina.
True. They
Oh.
love her.
But they also like Claptrap, so there's clearly something wrong with them.
I'm sure it's a case-by-case basis, but yes, they all
Anyway,
like Claptrap.
I'll probably end up playing this if it has the same gameplay. John, this next one is actually the one I was talking about, Metal Slug Tactics.
I did see this. This one got sent my way. This looked good.
Yeah.
I thought the trailer looked great.
It
Yeah.
seems like an easy, like, yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you do this with that IP? Fits perfectly. Looks great.
Yeah. Sprite work looks really good. I'm curious if they're going to add in other characters, like either from the other games, or if they're just going to keep it to the main 4. But it looked really cool.
True.
Yeah, I thought it looked great. Death Stranding Director's Cut with a weird trailer.
Why does this need a director's cut?
It
What?
doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, the idea that like Hideo Kojima was like held back in some way when
Yeah.
making Death Stranding. But now we get full on raw, uncut Hideo Kojima.
Great.
So the trailer definitely made it. They were spoofing Metal Gear Solid. I thought it was going to be like an expansion where it's like, guess what? This takes place all inside, and it's just Metal Gear Solid, but with Norman Reedus.
That's honestly what I felt too. And then when I realized that it was actually nothing, I was disappointed. It's like, oh, it's just Death Stranding exists still. Cool.
Well, there's more Death Stranding.
Great. Love it.
Yeah. Jeff Goldblum then showed up doing what I have to assume is a parody of Jeff Goldblum.
No, he just is that way, unfortunately.
I know he's like that way. This seemed kind of an extreme.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what you mean.
And Jurassic World Evolution 2. Okay.
Sure. I never played Evolution 1.
Yeah. I think those movies are terrible, and there's a new one coming out next year.
They're kind of fun, though.
God, Jurassic World 2 might be one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I have to see what they do with 3, dude. After what they did with
see
2, holy shit. How do they
I'll see
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost Ark.
Looks like every other game you've ever seen before.
It's a Diablo-esque MMO. I guess it's big overseas. Korea, Japan, Russia, apparently.
Cool.
Now it's coming to the West. I've never heard of this. Not that that's a problem.
Sure.
We've got Season 4 for the Call of Duties.
Yep.
We've got an update. We got a roadmap for Among Us.
Yep.
Be like a new mode. You can play hide and seek. Salt and Sacrifice. I thought this looked kind of cool.
This got me excited. I like Salt and Sanctuary quite a bit, so this is just a game like that, essentially. So I'm stoked for that.
Wait, is it tied to Salt and Sanctuary?
It is a sequel, basically, to that. Yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool.
Same
yes.
people and everything.
Studios?
Yes.
Okay, I guess so.
Very cool.
Solar Ash, which I still looking forward to. That looks great. This is the new game from Heart Machine that did Hyper Light Drifter.
Yeah, Hyper Light Shadow of the Colossus, essentially. By the looks of it, that was a cool trailer. So
like hover blades, roller skates, or something.
Something like that. Yep.
There's some Valorant stuff. They showed Escape from Tarkov, which I still think looks really boring.
Both of those.
2 Point Campus
Looks cool. I like 2 Point Hospital. So sure.
Like that. An update for Smite involving Stranger Things.
Super weird, but yep.
They also announced some studios. There's a new Painkiller on the way. Okay.
A new game based on paint. Weird. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, they announced they announced like a new publisher, and they announced later on a new studio as well. I forget what it's called.
I think I accidentally
the Anacrusis, which looks like Left 4 Dead.
I didn't like the style of it, like at all. The like aesthetic.
Actually, this will be interesting too. Will Smith, from Tested, it works for this company now. He's working on this game.
Cool. Still don't like the looks of it, but it's Game Pass, so I'll probably end up trying it at least.
4-player co-op, hell yeah, let's go.
Sure.
They're bringing the Fast and Furious cars back to Rocket League.
Yep.
They showed a trailer for Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt.
Oh, that's so annoying. I was so excited for a second, and then I realized it's PUBG with vampire powers, and I couldn't give a shit less.
Oh, really? Okay. The next Dark Pictures anthology game, House of Ashes.
Cool setting. I like the setting. I thought that trailer looked like it's still baking. Some of that graphic work was a little off, but yeah, it looks.
I mean, that one that looks like Ashley Tisdale. That's her. She's in that game.
Yep.
I'll probably play this because I played the other two.
Sure.
See what's going on. A new trailer for Tales of Arise, which I still think that game looks great.
That's a really nice looking game.
I like those Tales of games for sure. Sky is coming to the Switch.
Pretty looking game.
Planet of Lana, which kind of looks like a Limbo-like, with more color.
I was into the art style of that game. I'm gonna keep an eye on that one.
There was pretty much a non-update to Overwatch 2. They showed what 2 of the characters will look like. Thanks.
Yep.
This is like Jeff reaching out, like, "Hey, can we show some Overwatch 2?" And then being like, "Here's some table scraps, Keely, for your little show."
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Stories 2. Did this get you excited?
Nope. We've seen this game. This game is not new. So
But this was the story trailer, wasn't it?
This is another trailer.
Okay.
For that game, but yeah.
Endless Dungeon, which I actually think I may have zoned out when this trailer was on because I don't remember anything about it.
This one I'm excited for. This is a almost a MOBA like a co-op based horde mode thing from a top-down perspective.
Okay, everybody drink.
Oh, there you go.
There's a 2B skin coming to Fall Guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Sure, I guess. But Deviation Games, that's the other one. Is they basically said nothing. There was a real short trailer for Back for Blood.
Yep.
I'll play some more Left 4 Dead. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm down for that one. I've been waiting for it.
Small update for Tunic. There's going to be a demo that people can play coming this week during E3.
I want that game.
Which I want that game, but I don't want to play the demo. I just want to
Yep.
wait for that game, but I really want that game.
Same.
Tribes of Midgard.
Not on my list of things I particularly care about, but it looks fine.
Yep. Sure, yeah, pretty much the same. How about the Evil Dead the game?
Yeah, Friday the 13th exists, and this is the Evil Dead spin on that.
Right. I actually thought this looked pretty nice. Like I thought the models and everything looked pretty good.
Yeah, like maybe surprisingly good, because I thought it would look worse.
Sure,
it's actually pretty good looking, yeah.
Especially for like a tie-in thing, for sure, yeah.
Exactly.
And then they ended the show with Elden Ring.
And I shat myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, at least he's honest.
Elden Ring looks fucking phenomenal. It's exactly what I wanted from that trailer, so I am extremely psyched for that. And more importantly, that's a weird thing for Jeff to get over E3. Like, before E3 starts, just being like, here's the game, like, this whole subsect of gamers have been wanting. Here you go. It's crazy.
Jeff is not a small player. Keep in mind, he
No, he's
announced
not.
the Xbox Series X
Right.
at the Game Awards. Like, he has gotten some major scoops before, so like I don't think it's that surprising. Like, where else would this have shown up? Like
E3.
Xbox.
Yeah,
well, what I'm saying,
literally
like, which
any-
conference?
Literally
The
any of the
Xbox
big
conference, you think?
any of the big ones, because they have unlimited money.
I guess
Microsoft
so.
could have paid for this. Sony could have paid for it.
Microsoft. Well, Sony's not going to be there. They don't have a conference.
Yeah.
So it would have just been Xbox, but Xbox is probably going to be focusing with their big hitter being Starfield. I'd have to assume.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
That was a pretty good way to end the show. I thought it was like a pretty a strong start to a strong end. I thought it was a good show, like good for him. A good way to kick off unofficially E3.
Totally.
Sure.
Yeah. I agree.
Jeff he just seems like he has such enthusiasm for the industry. It's just really nice watching him because he seems like he is a genuine fan when he is presenting this stuff. And I like that.
Sure.
Okay, some more stories that showed up before the live stream. Smaller stories, obviously. Battlefield 2042.
Yeah. The reveal, they had the reveal trailer, which kind of didn't show anything at all, but there's a whole bunch of info about it here that gets me a little bit excited. I like the Battlefield games. The fact that they're doubling the player count is pretty good. I'm sure that's going to be on certain modes only though, because that's usually how that shit works, I'm sure. So
also, in relation to the player count, it's twice as much on the new consoles. Player count is halved, and I believe the maps are smaller. Which makes sense as a result on last gen's stuff.
The weird thing,
however, I would like to
like
to remind everyone that Massive Action Game had twice as many players. So what are you even doing?
It's true. Yep. The thing that I feel like we have to just see how it works when it comes out is the fact that there's specialists is fucking weird in Battlefield. So I don't know. We'll see how that works. It's because Battlefield essentially did the thing where it's just yeah, you're just a dude, and then Sam Fisher comes up and blows your brain away from across the field in the dark. Like, okay, weird. It's weird that there's just specialists now. I guess we'll just see how that works. Different gadgets, and they can kind of choose whatever loadout they want as well.
Right. There's no single player, so it's just a multiplayer game. So I'm assuming they're just gonna want to sell characters, like as you said, the specialists. They're gonna want to sell characters. That's what Siege does. That's what Apex does. So it looks like they're going that route.
Yep.
There's not going to be a battle royale mode in this. Just a multiplayer game. So it's interesting. I think it's been more interesting than the last couple Battlefield games.
Yep. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fun for a while. That's kind of how I play those games.
Rainbow Six Quarantine has been renamed officially to Rainbow Six Extraction. So
yeah,
can no longer tie it to the pandemic in any way.
Not at all.
The Prince of Persia remake is not going to be at E3 this year.
Okay.
Which I'm so curious what is going on with this remake. They announced it and then it seems like it immediately exploded, and in a bad way. Like it is so broken or something. So I'm curious what is going on with that.
Yeah.
So I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
At the start of today, there was a big interview with a few heads of Microsoft and Xbox specifically, and a few tidbits dropped out of there, such as Microsoft is working on a TV app as well as its own xCloud streaming stick, which I think sounds like a really great idea. This would be kind of like a Roku stick or a Chromecast, where you just bring like a USB device with you and a controller, plug it into someone's TV. If you got a Wi-Fi connection, you can just play your games. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think that's a really great idea for sure. More Xbox news. Which one was this one? Microsoft is also saying that they are looking for more studios. They're going to be purchasing more, and that their goal is to have a new first-party title into Game Pass every quarter.
Wow. Okay. Ambitious.
Wow. Yeah.
Quite a change of pace from last year, them having pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
Every quarter. It makes sense though. They're buying all these studios; those will be considered first-party titles.
Yep.
So it'll be easy to do once they've bought the studios and such, and once those games start coming out. But yeah, every quarter, good for them. That'll be quite a bit.
Huge. Yeah.
And great for us Game Pass subscribers.
Yep.
And this last bit of news is the Microsoft's xCloud gaming service is about to get a much faster, as they're going to be upgrading all of those remote stations. Because when you use the cloud service, you're basically remoting in to just an Xbox they have in a server room. They're going to be all getting upgraded to Series X's in the next few weeks. So that means it'll be running a lot faster when you're cloud gaming, which sounds great to me.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I just pulled this one. I didn't look into it too much, but apparently EA has been hacked. 780 gigs of data, including source code for FIFA and the Frostbite engine. EA confirms the breach and the items impacted. Hackers are trying to sell the data on underground forums. It's very similar to the Cyberpunk hack.
Yeah. They have confirmed, though, that nobody's personal data was stolen. This was a technical breach of their, in-house shit.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. I didn't pull this one, but CD Projekt Red came out and gave more information on their hack, and apparently it's way more serious than we knew.
Oh,
yeah,
great.
they did an update on Twitter.
Oh, great.
So it sucks to be them, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Jason Schreier dropping little teases for E3 to come. On his podcast, he said that Starfield is going to be shown at Xbox, and a specific release date will be shown of late 2022. And apparently, Guardians of the Galaxy, which I forgot was a game, will be shown at Square, and it's not going to be a live service game.
Okay.
Obviously coming off of the Avengers.
Oh, so much for those predictions, I guess.
A couple more tidbits from Schreier. The next Assassin's Creed game will be really big, even bigger than Valhalla, which terrifies me.
Great.
Let's see. He heard similar things to the rumors of Ubisoft's Sophia's AC. I don't know what that means. Being canceled, morphing into a Valhalla DLC. Okay, hopefully that means something to someone. Far Cry 6. After 6, we'll have a radical change for the series. Skull and Bones will release in 2022 or beyond. We already knew that was delayed. And Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still very, very early in development. Which is weird. Still.
Yeah.
So I feel like Schreier is usually pretty accurate with his stuff that he announces. Otherwise, he puts a lot of qualifiers on there. So I guess we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last little story here from earlier in the week. We got some more Playdate news. Who's excited for the Playdate?
I kind of am. It seems neat.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try and get one. Playdate, for those who don't remember, is the little handheld Game Boy looking device. It's mostly yellow in color, and it has a crank on the side. Because why not? So you can crank it.
Yeah.
And a big update. There's going to be a stereo dock revealed, which has a pen holder.
Oh.
Oh, you can put a pen in there.
Yeah.
I guess it'll have a radio app. First season is going to include 24 free games. Remember, when you purchase this, you get the first season for free. One of those games is by Lucas Pope. He's doing a game called Mars After Midnight. There's a little bit of a gameplay demo in like they put out a big like almost 15-minute long update video on YouTube. Playdate Pulp game editor announced, so you'll get to be able to make little games of yourself. It's going to have a price of $179. Pre-orders in July. What do you guys think of this price point?
$179.
It keeps me away from it. I'm not going to spend $179 on that.
I likely will, but like it already looked neat. I know one of the guys that made games for it is the creator of Katamari Damacy, so like I've got enough investment that I'll probably go for it. And because
like
it's
I
a
said,
niche enough thing that it might be cool to have.
And you're going to get 24 free games with it, so that price includes that. Who knows what the following seasons will be? I just think this thing is so neat. I just look at it and I go, huh, neat. There's a crank. Yeah, pre-orders in July. Get ready to mash that refresh button. All right, let's do some kind of questions. Some audience interaction segment. This week, we're not taking any of your questions because I solicited everyone to send in E3 predictions, and we're going to go through and either agree with them or talk about them or just ridicule them.
Wow.
We pulled a bunch. We didn't pull all of them because you guys sent too much. Thank you, by the way. So we combed some of that down so that this episode doesn't go forever. Because we have a second episode to do tonight. If you didn't know, we're doing the Shantae episode of TDP Plus now that I'm back in California. But first, Paul.
We have episode names. Actually, we've had these for about 2 weeks now, but Sean's been gone, so time to catch up.
I think 3 weeks. We got this on the Jake episode, but I was like, well, we're not doing it on the Jake episode. That makes no sense.
Yeah, you're right. Yep, so almost a month. All right. So where do we begin here? March 25th of this year. Speaking of video games is the first title.
God, we say that a lot.
Yeah,
so I have no idea.
Yeah.
This is during news. I said that every single time.
Yeah.
Transition to the next story. I remember this one.
Oh, okay. Context. The transitional phrase Sean used for almost all the news stories. Okay. Damn, he's good. That's good. April 1st. 1 hour, 33 minutes, 38 seconds.
Sounds like a guess at how long the episode recording was going to be.
It does sound like that, yeah.
I don't think we made like a guess in terms of like on the show. How long do you think this episode's gonna? I don't think we did
No,
that.
I don't think we did. So that's why I'm trying to figure out what it would be.
I don't know. Is this the episode where you guys left?
No, because we've already done that one.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that. I think it's something outside of like. I don't think we said this. I think it's kind of like a metadata thing. Something about the length of the show or something. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't either. Context is The Last of Us came up. Sean and John reflected on the time they co-opt part of the game to John's displeasure.
Oh,
they didn't know how far
That's
they
how
had
far in
gotten.
the long play we got. Yeah.
Oh, and John looked up a long play to find the answer. The title is a time marker for when John stopped recognizing things.
Okay.
Yeah, because Sean thought I'd only played like 30 minutes of the game or something. I'm like, no, I'm
I
pretty
still
sure I played
think-
like 2 hours.
I still don't believe that.
Still doesn't believe it.
I have no recollection of that.
April 8th. Why are you tired this week?
Well, that's definitely towards me.
I have a feeling I said that towards John.
I think so too. All right, context. Paul and John were both exhausted, and after getting information about Paul and his new job, Sean asked this of John. John couldn't explain it exactly. So yeah, that's correct.
That doesn't narrow it down.
April 15th. It's my secret. I'm always hungry. Stupid. I don't even know what this is in regards to.
I have no idea what this.
This could be any of us.
It's got to be like Pac-Man or something, right?
Oh, are we talking about Pac-Man as an Avenger?
I don't
Maybe.
think so. That's
I
not
don't know.
seem familiar. I think this isn't. I think one of us said this, but I don't.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's very likely, but I don't know why. Okay, context is you were asked about Pac-Man's character, and it was decided that he's just a hungry boy, and it went into this.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, you're right. All right.
April 22nd, a tight 15 vibe check. Why does that sound familiar?
I think I said this.
Yeah, I think so too, but in regards to what?
I don't know.
A tight 15 vibe check. It was definitely okay. You definitely said this. Oh my god!
My initial.
What's that?
Go ahead.
What's that trailer for that show or movie that you were stoked about? You were like, "This is going to be like part of the new segment, weekly trailer I get excited about or something." And it was like a stop motion thing. I think you said it about that.
Harold Halibut, I think is what it's called, which I believe is being showed off at the Tribeca live stream during E3.
Oh wait,
which might be tomorrow.
That's not like 15 minutes though, right? That can't be that.
Trailer wasn't 15 minutes. I don't know what this is.
A tight 15 vibe check. Yeah, I don't know that.
I think like someone say this 15 minutes into the show, but I don't have any recollection of that, so I don't know.
Context is Extremely OK Games released a vibe trailer. Sean defended it, saying that more companies should do vibe checks. He pretended to announce the vibe check over the intercom. Okay. Weird.
I don't even. What game was this?
Weird.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Is this the like kind of rhythm one? Was it that one? That one I could see having vibe check in it.
Yeah, maybe.
Extremely OK Games. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Okay. While you do that, I'll move on to April 29th's title. Paul just wants to be hated. Mission accomplished, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I have no fucking idea what this is.
Oh, I think this is that Earthblade game. That's what comes up.
Yeah.
When I search Extremely OK Games.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe that was like some Twitter language. There was like a vibe check. Okay, sorry. What was the title?
Paul just wants to be hated, and I don't have any idea.
And I'm assuming you just said that in response to something, or maybe John said that.
I probably said that about Paul because he had some response to something, but I can't remember what in the world it was.
Don't know. Context is, when asked about being in a video game, Paul said he wanted to be an annoying distraction for players, leading John to say this. All right, fair enough.
Got it.
April 6th, The Big Lady Club. This is Resident Evil 8.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Yeah, there was two things, and I think it may have been John's Rosalina, something with her as well.
Oh yeah, because of the Rosa John costume. Probably I think that was right when I was getting ready for Coliseum.
I think it was something like I didn't have a big lady to talk about, so I wasn't in the
Oh.
big lady club.
Oh, I see. Okay, hold on. Context is Sean felt left out of the big lady club as during the forthcoming weekend, John was being Rosa John and Paul was playing Village. Okay. And last but certainly not least, May 13th, don't give anything to Atari. This was
Probably talking about their new console.
we were asked a question about if you could give IPs to something. Something about giving an IP to
Sure.
Atari.
Yeah. I think one of us would have said that because they just seem to like ruin everything or just drive it into the ground.
Context is when asked about who would develop Konami's IPs, Paul said Frogger should go to Atari. Sean countered with this. All right.
Right on.
Thank you for sending those in.
All right. I say we go in like a circle like we do for questions, and we'll each pick a person's chunk of predictions, and then we'll all say what our thoughts are on them. Does that sound good?
Okay.
I can start. Real quick, if you want to send in questions for a future show, probably not next week.
Yeah, maybe don't.
E3.
Yeah. If you want to send in questions, maybe don't.
If you want to send in questions, I want you to think real hard about it. Is it a good question? Are you sure? Double check with a friend. If that person also says it's a good question, you can send it in. But we're probably not going to agree the next week because next week is going to be a lot of E3 news.
Yeah.
But in the future, one day we will return to these questions. And we got those questions from topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, or the Discord channel, or John's PO Box.
Okay.
All right. Decode Troy wrote in. Breath of the Wild 2 gets mentioned, possibly with another trailer, but still no gameplay shown. What do you guys think?
Sure.
I don't think yes on Metroid Prime, but I would say for sure for Breath of the Wild 2.
So the second one, which I hadn't got to yet, was Metroid Prime 4 gets its first trailer, no gameplay.
Yeah, I don't agree that it gets anything.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any Metroid Prime 4.
I'd be surprised. Like, that would be a legit surprise if they showed anything.
I think we could get a Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, but we won't get like a gameplay demo.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so now it would go to me. Linebeck has predictions such as Pokemon BDSP is shown with improved, subjective, graphics compared to the February reveal. I kind of don't think they waste any time with it.
No. I think they'll show it. I don't think they'll have improved the graphics. I think the graphics are probably where it's at.
Okay. I just, they probably will show it. I don't know why you would waste any time with that. People are going to buy it. Nobody fucking cares.
Well, I bet they don't have a ton of games. They got to show what they have. No one has a ton of games, right?
I mean, I don't know. That's the whole point of E3, is to show me games that I don't know about. Like The Quiet Man 2 being announced for PS5 and Xbox Series X. I'm guessing they mean that, but Xbox Series, with none of the previous cast returning. It will consist
of... like an anthology series. Okay.
It will consist of 3 playthroughs. The first with no sound, the second with sound, but it turns out everyone's speaking Latin, and the third playthrough has subtitles, but only in wingdings. It's very specific.
There you go. That sounds accurate.
Yeah. I mean, this is obviously going to happen. This isn't even a prediction so much as it's an announcement.
It's a leak. We're announcing it right here, yeah.
Yeah. A remake of previously Capcom-developed Zelda game is announced.
I would love that. I don't think that's going to happen.
I would love that. But same, yeah.
Which one do you think they would do, John?
They would do both Oracles. And then maybe combine it into one and give it like a different title.
Sure.
So not age, they would do Ages and Seasons and just be like, what's some word in between both? or we call it like the era of ages, the age of seasons, or something like that. Some weird fusion title.
Is it in the new
Combined
Link's
one.
Awakening style?
Yeah,
Theoretically.
probably.
Yeah.
I mean, so you think they would do that over Minish Cap?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Minish Cap holds up better graphically.
I think it does too.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think this is going to happen. I also don't think that if they did do another remake, they would stick to the Link's Awakening style as like that's going to be kind of their new template. I feel like that was like a one-off or like a rare occurrence.
I don't
Could
know. I feel like they already had the assets, so it would make sense to go for it.
Yeah, for sure. I just can't see it being like kind of how Square now has that 2.5 or that HD pixel art or whatever they're calling it template that they keep putting some of their older games into. I just don't see them Nintendo kind of doing the same thing. I feel like they always do something kind of different.
Yeah. Sea of Thieves gets another update. That seems like a given. That's an easy one.
For sure.
New Perfect Dark game is shown off. That's basically going to happen, I feel.
Yep.
Yeah, you think so?
Already announced.
It was announced. Yeah, you think they showed off?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Probably.
Like, rather than just like some weird trailer or something like that.
Well, either way, I mean, showed off is vague. That could mean there's a trailer. That could mean there's a gameplay demo.
Oh, in that case, absolutely.
I would sooner. I would
think so.
sooner assume a trailer.
Yeah.
Doubt there'd be a gameplay demo, personally.
Yeah, I doubt that too. But like, if we're just saying it'll be there, I definitely think it's going to be there.
Yeah, I think so too.
Dark Souls 2 is announced for Switch. Comes with a life-size maybe King Vendrick amiibo that unlocks the ability to level up at any bonfire and restore humanity anytime. Has a 1% chance to break all your stuff instantly. Wow. That's... I could see it being announced for Switch. The other stuff, absolutely not. But yeah, sure, I could see that. Why not?
The life-size amiibo, that'll never happen.
Well, no, not the life-size amiibo.
Yeah, that part's definitely not gonna happen. I do like the idea though that it's like there's a chance element to this. I think that would be really cool for an amiibo. I can't see Nintendo doing it. I don't think they're cool enough.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Dark Souls 2 for Switch. I doubt that'll be announced.
Sure. I could see it though. Like, it wouldn't surprise me, but I kind of don't think it'll be there either. There will be at least 3 montages showing Twitch streamers playing games in the whole of E3. Yeah, probably more. Honestly.
Way more.
3 is a pretty low ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his final prediction, Tingle Rosie Rupee Land remake for Switch. You can hire players online to help you, but you must use real money instead of rupees. Yeah, no.
No. John, you said no pretty early with just the remake. You don't think they would remake that game?
Nope.
Nope. Yeah.
Straight up. We never even got over here in North America on a pretty easy way to port it. There's no way. Next one. From Comet Strider. E3 predictions. No news for Bayonetta 3 and an announcement for a Metroid game that's not Prime 4 is at least in development.
Oh.
So like another side scroller or something else?
I would be surprised for that.
I'm thinking we get another teaser trailer for Bayonetta 3.
Do? Now's the time?
Like how we got a teaser trailer for Bayonetta 3 years ago. I bet you we get something a little bit more substantial, but still doesn't show off gameplay. Or if it does, it's like for like a second flash.
I believe the last time we saw Bayonetta 3 was 2017. Seems like that is so long ago. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
I don't know. If it came out of there, I'd be surprised myself. I feel like we would have maybe heard some rumblings about a Bayonetta 3 announcement in some way.
Yeah.
I would actually be surprised if another Metroid game came out before Prime 4. Like, I'd be surprised to hear that they have two
unless
Metroid
it was like
games.
a trilogy collection or something.
The trilogy collection aside, yeah,
Yeah.
that one's just kind of like a slam dunk for them that they should do. I would be surprised to hear that there is 2 Metroid games in development.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's worth. I'm going to say no to both of these.
Yeah.
Custom writes in and says Zelda 35, a dungeon crawling battle royale.
Nope.
I would love that, but they'll never do it.
Yeah, I think we would see a Zelda maker before we saw a massively, quote unquote, massively multiplayer Zelda. Personally, Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World HD. Wasn't Yoshi's Woolly World on the Switch? What is this game then? Is this the
no,
3DS
that's Crafted
one?
World. That's Yoshi's Crafted World.
Oh,
Poochie and
wow.
Yoshi's Woolly World is the Wii U one.
Oh,
Which
okay.
got on the 3DS.
So it's one of the few Wii U games that hasn't made it to the Switch.
Yeah, it made it to the 3DS instead.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know if that would generate any excitement for me, but I could see that. Game Boy, maybe Advance. Games added to Nintendo Switch Online. Yearly price may go up slightly.
I could see yearly price going up. I don't see GBA getting added. I would say I would see N64 or even GameCube added before that.
Yeah, I don't see Game Boy being added.
I also think they would do a different console before Game Boy first. I don't think they would announce the price going up at E3. That sounds like it would just be a kind of a smaller thing they would announce on a random week during the year.
Yeah. Okay. No more Spiros. Prediction is no one is happy by the end of it.
Oh, that's guaranteed.
I'm already happy, so it's too late.
I'll be happy at the end of it because it's kind of ridiculous to let video games bring you down that much if they don't announce something you want. But yeah,
Sure.
the internet will definitely not be happy because it's never happy, frankly.
And that's why I said that.
It's never happy.
John, you're up.
Phantom A just says E3 predictions. Microsoft Scarlet Nexus day 1 on Game Pass. That seems safe.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 5 in Mexico this year, and they will somehow show us a car in the presentation. But they don't have a physical location. Like they're not doing
they
it
do.
in their. Are they doing it in their theater?
I believe so. There's even game journalists down there this year.
Oh, never mind.
People from
yeah.
GameSpot are there.
Then
Yeah.
there will probably be a car. There will probably be a car there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
I can see that. The last Forza I thought was also Horizon. I don't think a Motorsport has
I think
come
we're
out.
getting the next Motorsport. But
I would
forget
think
where we're at now. Are we at 8? 7?
It's 7 or 8. I can't remember which one. Regardless, if they like skipped a year for some reason and did Horizon, I don't think they would do Mexico. I think they would do something else. I thought there was rumors about like Japan. They're saying Motorsport 8 is in development.
Let's go space. Let's go space.
Yep.
Just the moon.
Starfield with gameplay and release this year.
Oh,
Sounds like it. Jason Schreier said so. Not released this year.
No, that's
No,
the
not
part I
released this year.
disagree with. The other stuff for
Yeah,
sure.
there's no way it's this year.
Yeah.
Shown off, sure.
Yep.
Even
for sure.
Schreier is saying late 2022. I wouldn't be surprised if that got pushed to 2023.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I bet we could see a bit of gameplay.
Yep.
Nintendo, new 2D Metroid game for September. I would love that. I highly doubt it.
Man,
I don't think so.
people are chomping at the bit for that, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I would love it too. Please.
I would love to be wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild 2 shown with a title.
Yeah. Maybe I could see it.
Another trailer video with an actual title.
Yep.
And
I
then
could see it.
then they say we'll have more information to show to you later this year in a dedicated direct.
I could see that. Yep.
Resident Evil Revelations 3. No,
I doubt
simply
it.
because I don't think Revelations 2 was even console exclusive. I think it was just the first one that was. So doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Especially so close to 8 having come out. Ratchet and Clank for Smash. No,
I don't think so.
no way. Absolutely not. And Cadence from Necrodancer. That
Oh,
could
for-
happen.
For Smash?
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
I think that's
Cadence
more
could
like.
happen. There's no way Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, I
No,
feel like
yeah,
Cadence
no.
is more likely than Ratchet and Clank.
Oh,
I also just don't think they would do Cadence because it's like too cool of an idea.
yeah, sure. He doesn't have a sword, so you know.
Other Square Enix shows a collection of Final Fantasy 4 through 6.
I
I mean, that would be really cool. That'd be a strong collection.
Yeah.
I think they would rather sell you each of those individually
They
if they were
absolutely
going to
would.
like release them
Yeah.
again.
Yep,
Yeah, that.
absolutely.
Like the only way we get a collection of 4 to 6 is if they've done no work on them and it's like they're just porting the mobile ones again.
That they put on Steam.
On Steam, yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I could see it. And I could actually see it.
Yeah.
That would be such a lame collection.
Yeah.
And again, like Dragon Quest rather, that got a collection in Japan but not over here. And I think even Final Fantasy 7 and 8 also got put in a collection on Switch in Japan but not here. So I think if anything, it might happen in Japan, but they're probably not here at this rate.
Sure.
Ubisoft shows a new game called DMCA, where if you stream their conference during Just Dance, it's game over. Well, that's
Every
just
year.
called their conference in general.
Yeah,
that's
every
just the
year, boy.
conference.
Rasterman writes, actually, it is high time something Beyond Good Evil 2 related was shown, right?
You would think so, yeah.
I don't think they're going to show Beyond Good and Evil 2.
No.
Especially because we got all those like kind of investor call information about what they're currently working on and what's like planned, and they did have some like slots of like some like secret slots there. But I feel like if those things had been announced already, they would have put the names there. So Beyond Good and Evil 2 should have been mentioned, and that hasn't been mentioned for a bit. So I think it's
Sure.
still a ways off.
Yeah.
Jason Schreier believes the same as well. Crash joins Smash Bros.
That's more likely than Ratchet and Clank, and even then, I still don't think so.
Yep.
Crash has been pretty like popular recently, getting a few new games. The Noid is in that Crash mobile game.
Hell yeah.
Finally, the Noid's time to shine.
From my favorite game, Yo Noid. Also the 90s pizza commercials.
Yeah. I don't think Crash is going to join Smash Bros.
No, I agree.
And I'm just going to assume someone later in these predictions asks for Banjo in Smash Bros. So we can have the Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
Banjo's already in Smash.
Oh, you're right. I don't know what I'm thinking of. You're right.
You're thinking of Spyro, probably.
Pyro. I'm thinking of
Oh,
Jack.
yeah.
I'm sitting here saying, "Where's my Sly Cooper? Where's my new Sly Cooper game?"
Yeah.
I want to get serious about video games. Give me a new
Sucker
Sly
Punch is
Cooper.
too busy with Tsushima.
Yep.
I guess. Which I'm fine with that. But I want a new Sly Cooper.
Where's Gex? Ban him. Ban that man. Get him out.
Asking the real questions over here. Where's Gex?
Yeah. Enter the gecko.
The Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection gets announced.
I could see that.
That I'm actually surprised they haven't done already.
Yep, me too.
Or the Game Boy Mega Mans. So.
That would be Capcom, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I believe Capcom has said their presentation is only 30 minutes long. They're only talking about 4 games, and it's great. Ace Attorney,
Yeah.
Resident Evil 8, Monster Hunter Rise, and Monster Hunter Stories. So I doubt they're going to announce anything.
They already said their entire schedule. I didn't realize that.
I'm not sure. I'm not. I don't exactly remember where I got that from or how accurate it was, but that's what I have in my head. Again, their presentation is only 30 minutes long, so
Yeah, very short. Cool. All right, Shane the Destroyer. E3 predictions. Microsoft acquired some more companies people recognize. Absolutely. That is the thing they do now.
Oh, here's one thing. Who do you think they would acquire? Give me one name that you think it could actually be realistic.
That they don't already have.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Like half the ones that got already, to be fair. So I don't know. Who do they work with right now that doesn't have a contract with them?
Nintendo. I'm just answering your question.
Really?
I don't think they're gonna buy Nintendo. I want to think like a Japanese developer.
Namco Bandai. No, they won't do that.
Yeah, that would be a big one.
That would be absolutely massive.
What about like SNK? Could you see that?
No, because they're owned by Tencent. They're not budging anytime soon.
Okay. What about People Can Fly?
I was just looking up to see what they're doing.
It just did Outriders, which was a Game Pass exclusive. Not exclusive, but it was on Game Pass. They're owned by, or they published that through Square Enix, but they're not owned by Square Enix. That's my guess. They buy People Can Fly.
Yeah, I got no one.
What if they? Do you think they would buy like CD Projekt Red?
I don't know. CD Projekt Red is way too big.
Bad PR? No,
Bad
they're
PR.
toxic right now.
I don't even think it's that. I don't think CD Projekt Red needs to. Like, they're so huge and popular. They had the biggest game of last year.
Which was a disaster and has like gotten them sued. If anything, it would be an opportune time to buy them simply because they're probably weak at this point and like an easier purchase.
Do they own Techland? I could see with Dying Light 2, they would. That's a decent studio that they could do stuff with. But I feel like they might already own them.
They bought the State of Decay developer. That's who you're thinking of.
Yes. Whose name I just can't remember right now.
I don't remember. Other zombie developer.
Like Scary Jelly or something like that.
Don't think it's Scary Jelly.
It's something jelly, I believe. Oh no, wait, it's something Creepy Jar, maybe? Something like that.
These are all
Scary Jelly is kind of a great name.
Scary Jelly is, yeah.
All of these are actual like indie studios, I'm sure. It's Undead Labs, so you were pretty far off.
Undead Labs. Oh, same thing.
It's the State of Decay games.
I could see Techland being bought by them.
Sure.
I don't know who else they would want to buy. They want horror
Okay,
games?
keep going.
Bloober Team? Maybe? I don't know.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah, because Medium, right? Is already like...
Medium was exclusive. I could see Bloober Team, sure.
I'm just kind of under the impression they own them already. That's the thing, is that all the things I can think of is like, I feel like they're already under that umbrella, but maybe they aren't. F-Zero, maybe. Probably not. I wouldn't hold my breath for that one. But
No, I would love there to be.
Or even a sudden Banjo appearance from Microsoft.
A new Banjo-Kazooie. I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so either.
I could see that as a maybe, like a teaser.
Like, you think Rare is making a new Banjo?
Oh, it's not Rare. It's another company, but I'm just saying, like they did with the Battletoads reboot. They could probably do that, but better.
I was gonna say, yeah, everyone likes the Battletoads reboot.
Yeah. Some Pokemon Snap DLC announced, including a remake of the original game with the news assets and style. Absolutely not on that last part, but maybe like a DLC thing.
I think it's too soon for the DLC. I can't see them remaking the original again. They just did that with Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee or whatever it was.
Yeah, I agree. There's no way.
I bet we'll get a remake of the original again, but I don't think it'll be for a few years.
Sure. New Pokemon Legends footage making people feel better about it compared to what they showed last time. Like, maybe more Legends footage. It's not going to make people feel better.
Yeah,
No,
I think
Pokemon fans will never feel better.
Yeah,
True.
they'll never be happy. There's nothing that could happen to. There's nothing Pokemon could do.
Right.
Make them happy. Legends footage, I could see that. Sure. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Final Insanity. New Fire Emblem game is shown off, a remake of one of the Japan-only games. It has a very different art style from Three Houses. People can't agree on if it looks great or awful. That is pretty fucking accurate.
Yeah.
When was Three Houses last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Years ago.
Yeah.
I think it's about time for another Fire Emblem. Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that.
I'd say I think this is probably the most spot on one. I
That's
think
a
this could
pretty
happen.
home run like prediction. Yeah.
Pokemon Legends Arceus gets another trailer and some gameplay shown during Treehouse. The game still has a few frame rate issues, and they're the only thing people discuss. Final Insanity, do you work for Nintendo? Because I'm getting these vibes right now.
Yeah, these are pretty
So here-
accurate.
Here's the accurate slam dunk. Here's the middle square on bingo for you. There's a Switch game. It's gonna have bad frame rate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Because right now they all do. Every
Yeah.
game that comes to the Switch these days has bad frame rate. One of the reasons I would really like a Switch Pro. Yeah, I think more Legends Arceus stuff for sure.
Yeah.
And the last part here, Metroid Prime 4 gets the Breath of the Wild 2. We'll have something to show you later treatment, immediately followed by a trailer for a 2D Metroid game to be released in fall. Man, everyone's really convinced there's going to be a 2D Metroid.
They're starting to
They just want
me.
one.
Yeah.
If they want one, I agree. I want one too, but I don't
Yeah.
think so. I would.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I
I'm
mean,
wrong.
I've already kind of said we don't think a 2D Metroid is happening. Here's why I don't think we're going to get a Metroid Prime 4 gets the Breath of the Wild 2. We'll have something later to show you treatment. They've pretty much been kind of like teasing it, and then they said it's going to go away for a while. So I feel like it's not coming back until they have something substantial to show.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think they get anything by just reminding you yet again that they're working on it.
Right.
Besides people just being upset that you're not actually showing it to them. That's what I think.
Sure.
Steven writes, new Excite Bike game.
Sure. Why not?
I don't know. They did, what was the last one? Excite Truck?
No, they did one on. They did a download one, Excite Bike Rally or something like that on the WiiWare.
Oh, okay. I don't think there's going to be a new Excite Bike game.
I'd be surprised.
New Jack and Daxter.
Nah.
Yeah.
Last one didn't do so hot.
I just don't see Naughty Dog kind of going back.
And it's
Right.
not even Naughty Dog anymore. I think it's the same thing as Crash and Spyro. I think Universal has the rights. That
Weird.
that Unbound Legacy or whatever it was, the one that came out for PS2 years later, and PSP. That was the most recent one. I think that was Universal.
More info on the new Perfect Dark game. Xbox confirmed like 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet that shows up.
Yep, totally. Wu-Tang Clan, Nintendo-oriented prediction. I guess. At least one more Zelda remake / remaster for Zelda 35. Hoping for Oracle series.
Jeez, I wouldn't be surprised if we got some sort of Zelda spin-off.
Yeah.
But I would expect a Zelda maker before even getting like a Zelda 35 game or even an Oracle game.
What do you mean by a spin-off?
Like Four Swords.
Oh, okay.
Like not a
Sure.
traditional Zelda game.
Yeah. So here's the question. Do you think we get a traditional Zelda? One of the, there's a few different styles of traditional Zelda. One of those before Breath of the Wild 2 comes out.
Well, they've already got the remake of Skyward Sword coming out soonish.
Yeah, I don't think that one counts. It's just a remake. And it's closer to like a port probably. But I mean, like a new side-scrolling one. I guess that's the question, because there's not going to be a new 3D one before Breath of the Wild 2. We get a side-scrolling Zelda before Breath of the Wild 2 comes out.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I'm kind of reluctant to say we get anything like big Zelda-related stuff, because I think they're going to put a lot of power behind getting people to play Skyward Sword on the Switch. I don't think.
When does that come out again? Do you
Like
think
a
they would
month.
mention that game?
Probably, yeah. Maybe they'll show a new trailer or a new amiibo that unlocks something real cool. Because that went so well.
Skyward Sword HD. I was just wondering, do you think that actually they show that at E3?
Oh yeah, they will. They will.
Yeah,
I'll
probably
get a small mention.
some trailer of some sort.
It is, yeah, July 16th.
Yeah. Tease Breath of the Wild 2, but more info later on the year. I mean, I could see it. Sure.
Yeah.
Super Mario Party out by Christmas.
I don't understand this one. Super Mario Party's
yeah.
out, right?
Yeah, it's already out. It's been out for years.
Yeah, I don't know what the is SM a different acronym maybe?
Could be.
With
Super
Party
Mario,
though.
Super Metroid,
Super Meat Party.
Super Meat Party. Ew.
Paul, I've asked you to stop talking to us about your super
About
meat parties.
Meat parties.
You don't think the Super Meat Party is coming out by Christmas?
Shin Megami Party. That would actually be kind of fun.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. New Fire Emblem or remake / remaster, not both. I could see Fire Emblem of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there rumors or of the Wii one being brought forward? The sequel to Path of Radiance?
I don't know.
Did they announce that or something? What am I thinking of?
Radiant Dawn? No, I don't think they announced anything with regards to that.
Okay, maybe I'm mistaken then.
Smash Fighter reveal. Someone from a Sony series.
What? No.
You think they'll do a Smash Fighter reveal though? Like they'll reveal the last one?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I don't know if they'll do the last two, but they'll do at least one.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was only one left. Okay.
There's two left. They might do what they did 2 years ago and just announce the last two, just be like, all right, that's it, we're good. But knowing Nintendo, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a Sony character.
Yep, agreed. Bayonetta 3 out in 2022.
I could see that. I think it's been delayed long enough, and I don't think Platinum's working on anything else publicly right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really have no idea, but I don't think Bayonetta 3 is going to be there. That's my guess. All right, that's a bunch of predictions. We'll find out in the next week and talk about it next week if any of them come true. Again, if you want to send in questions for a future episode, it's topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Discord channel, or John's P.O. Box. What's your game of the week?
Nier.
Mine is The Wild at Heart. Okay, and if you're a Patreon subscriber at the accurate level, or appropriate level, I should say, we're going to be going live with Shantae's episode shortly after this. Otherwise, you can look forward to the audio archive of that coming out tomorrow. Happy E3, everyone. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.